Before computer viruses became weapons, before ransomware crippled hospitals, before cyber attacks made headlines, the first real computer virus did not come from Silicon Valley. It did not come from a government lab in the United States or a secret research facility in Europe. It came from Pakistan, from a small computer shop run by two brothers, Basit and Amjad Alvi. They were not hackers, they were not criminals, they were not trying to cause chaos. They were programmers, business owners, and problem solvers. And without realizing it, they would change the digital world forever, because the virus they created would become the ancestor of every cyber attack that exists today. But to understand how that happened, we need to go further back, long before antivirus software existed, before firewalls, before cybersecurity was even a concept. Computers were rare, massive machines that filled entire rooms. Only governments, universities, and military institutions had access to them. These machines were expensive, powerful, and trusted. They were not connected to the internet as we know it today. Instead, they were linked through an early network called ARPANET. ARPANET was the ancestor of the modern internet. It allowed computers to communicate across long distances. To scientists, this was revolutionary. To hackers, they didn't exist yet because hacking hadn't been invented. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, computer security wasn't a concern. Why would it be? Everyone using these systems was trusted. There were no passwords, no malware scanners, no reason to suspect danger. Then in 1971, something unexpected appeared. A program called Creeper. Creeper wasn't malicious. It didn't destroy files. It didn't steal information. Instead, it moved. Creeper traveled from one computer to another across ARPANET. And when it arrived, it displayed a message. "I'm the Creeper. Catch me if you can." That was it. No damage, no destruction, just movement. But that single behavior changed history. For the first time ever, a computer program could replicate itself and spread without human control. The idea of a digital virus was born. Soon after, another program appeared. Its job was simple. Find Creeper, delete it. It was called Reaper. Reaper became the world's first antivirus. And just like that, the first digital arms race began. At first, these programs stayed inside research labs. They were experiments, academic curiosities, warnings few people paid attention to. Until 1983. A computer scientist named Fred Cohen demonstrated something terrifying. He showed how a self-replicating program could infect systems and spread freely. And he gave it a name that would define the future: computer virus. The danger was no longer theoretical. The tools already existed. All it needed was intent. And then came 1986, the year everything escaped into the real world. Inside a small computer shop in Lahore, Pakistan, Basit and Amjad Alvi faced a problem. People were pirating their software, copying it freely, selling it without permission, so they came up with an idea: not to destroy computers, not to spy on users, but to protect their work. They created a program called Brain. Brain infected the boot sector of floppy disks. When pirated software was copied, Brain copied itself with it. The virus displayed the brothers' names, address, and phone number. It even included a message asking users to contact them for removal. They believed it would stay local. They were wrong. Floppy disks traveled, students carried them, businesses shared them, software crossed borders, and Brain spread faster than anyone imagined. Within months, it had reached Europe, then the United States. The world's first personal computer virus had gone global, and no one knew how to stop it. There were no antivirus companies, no cybersecurity teams, no emergency response systems. Computers trusted everything they were given. Brain didn't destroy systems, but it proved something terrifying. Digital infections were now real and uncontrollable. Once that door opened, it never closed again. The late 1980s and 1990s saw an explosion of computer viruses. Some were pranks, others were destructive. Viruses that deleted files, viruses that slowed computers to a crawl, Viruses that spread through email and networks. Each attack forced defenders to react. Each defense inspired attackers to evolve. The battlefield grew silently, until computers entered homes, until the internet connected the world. What began as curiosity became chaos. By the early 2000s, viruses could shut down companies, steal identities, destroy data permanently. Entire economies became vulnerable to invisible code, and it all traced back to a harmless experiment, to a protective idea, to a small shop in Pakistan. Today, computer viruses are no longer accidents. They are weapons, used by criminals, used by governments, used in cyber warfare. A modern virus can shut down hospitals, cripple power grids, collapse financial systems. The scale is unimaginable, and yet the concept remains the same: a self-replicating program, moving silently, spreading without permission. The Alvi brothers never intended this future. They were innovators, problem solvers, early pioneers of a digital age. But history teaches us something uncomfortable. Technology doesn't need evil intentions to become dangerous. It only needs possibility. Once an idea exists, someone will push it further. The first computer virus wasn't a crime. It was a warning, one the world didn't fully understand until it was too late. And today, as our lives move deeper into the digital world, that warning matters more than ever. If you enjoyed this story about hidden technology and forgotten history, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss what comes next. Because the most powerful threats in history often begin as innocent ideas.